Going solo requires you being mature, and that doesn't mean having grey hair on your head. Maturity is your ability to look objectively at yourself, at situations, to continually grow, to continually improve. This whole emotional regulation is probably the first one. I've seen some amazingly talented people go into maybe a workshop or a situation. They quite clearly understand what needs to be done, how to do it. But what happens is they want to be right, they want to be correct, they'll discredit someone else, and all of a sudden they have just started a debate or a yelling match or an argument. My gosh, that is the first way to actually lose your credibility. And really, you don't want to go there. So your emotional regulation is so important. And to go a step further, write down on a piece of paper right now, what are the 5 things that might aggravate you when you're with a client? Then once you've written them down, you'll start to see, right, what are the symptoms of when this is starting to occur? So you then have that, if you like, process for how you manage it. I can't understand. And look, I've been around the block many a time for many years, and I still get to a point sometimes where I feel very frustrated and I want to lash out, but I've learned to regulate that. Next one is maturity is around judgment. So judgment might be on behalf of the customer, judging what they might be putting forward as an idea. It might be plausible or it might be plagued with a lot of issues. The courtesy, the professional courtesy of how you play that back is really important. Judgment can also be playing back things like, let's just look at what does good look like in this situation? What is the outcome we're seeking here? I noticed we've talked about a risk yesterday in relation to this. How might we factor that into that? And all of a sudden, that maturity and that judgment isn't just looking straight down the line in terms of only considering one element of the judgment. It's being more holistic. So again, your maturity to see things not just in a straight line, but as a system is super important. But also too, maturity is also articulated through your professionalism, how you dress, how you carry yourself, how you look. Now, you don't have to wear a suit worth $2,000 to a client. You don't. But just dressing well. I've seen some great contractors roll up in sneakers to a business environment. I think, what are you doing? A set of a pair of $100 shoes could have fixed that, and the visual credibility they would have had would have been straight away. I've seen a person proud of the fact that they've carried their backpack around for 20 years around the world, falling to pieces. Again, you don't have to have a $1,000 Gucci bag, but again, you're there representing yourself, but you're also respecting the client. Your maturity needs to look at many things in a multifaceted way. So again, maturity is required to go solo, and that starts with your own attitude to yourself.